A city view is the first time that Postcards from Buster has been to somewhere that I've actually been to. And I was really looking forward to this because it's been about 3 years since I went to Manhattan and I was keen to see it again. To be honest, the only bit that resonated with me was the crosswalk because I have massive anxiety about crossing the roads in New York. But I still really enjoyed it. It's the 27th episode of the first season, and Buster is meeting initially a boy, and then we get introduced to his friend as well, and we learn a lot about their life and their Jewish faith, and we get to see a relatively decent amount of Manhattan. I think there could have been more touristy things they could have shown, but I still enjoyed the episode. So while there's room for improvement, it's still really good. The setup involves Muffy and Francine. They're actually taking a quiz in a magazine that decides where you live based on your personality. Francine gets New York and they ask Buster to film Manhattan for them so she can see what it's like. And obviously, Francine is Jewish as well. And what's really great about this is that it highlights the differences between different people's approaches to their faith, because there are certain things in this, mostly around Shabbos, which I didn't know that much about, that's different to what Francine's family does. And it really helps to highlight that even people with the same religion don't always have the same way of doing things. I think that's always something that's really important as well. You can't just sweep everybody under the same with the same religion under the same brush, or with the same brush. And I think I learned a lot actually about the Jewish faith, which may say more about me and my knowledge or lack thereof than it did the episode. But the point is, it's very informative, particularly Mattie. She's really brilliant at explaining things to Buster and helping him to learn these things, and she had such a great attitude. And some of it revolves around her bat mitzvah. And I didn't know that bat mitzvahs, which are the ones for the girls, are when they're 12. The boys' bar mitzvahs are when they're 13. I knew that. I just assumed the girls were 13 as well, but no, it's 12, which I thought was really fascinating. And there are other facts shared, and we get to see a Hebrew book, and it talks about how Hebrew books are the opposite direction to English books, which is something I already knew. But there are other small little facts peppered throughout in very digestible, easily to understand ways, which I thought was really well done. So it is educational, kosher food as well. We get to have some nice food and education about what kosher food is. But I would have liked to have seen a bit more of Manhattan. We do get to see a reasonable amount, but I feel like Manhattan's one of those places where there's so much to see that they could have done quite a bit more with it. But I think they made a good use of the time, and we did cut back to Muffy and Francine, I think twice. And then we have Buster imagining playing baseball as well in another kind of fantasy sequence that he has. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, sure, maybe we could have seen more of Manhattan. Maybe I would have liked to have seen more to jog my own memory of my visit there. But hey, it showed me bits that I hadn't seen when I went, so that's a bonus. And it's definitely very educational, certainly if you know next to nothing about the Jewish faith, which, much to my shame, is definitely the case. Although less so now. Definitely an episode that I was looking forward to, and I'm pleased to say, while I would have wanted to see more street scenes, I really enjoyed it.